Hello everyone, my name is Danielle. I'm from empoweredreadings.com. I just want to say welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. Today's Pick a Card reading is going to be about what is your soul purpose, what lessons do you have to learn in this lifetime. It is more targeted towards starseeds, but it doesn't have to be, so if you don't resonate with that energy, I wanted it to still be open for you to receive a message. Okay, but I am using a lot of starseed energy cards just so that you are forewarned. All right, so we're gonna have 4 piles here. I thought it'd be kind of fun just to go off of the crystal that is already on each one of the cards. So for pile 1, we're going to be looking at Sunstone. Pile 2 is Super 7. Pile 3 is Lace Agate. And pile 4 is Desert Jasper. Alright, so what we're going to be doing, I don't have a huge structure to this card reading, but we're just going to be looking at your soul purpose, your soul lessons, and what's come out of the cards that I've already pulled for you all. Hoping to address some of the challenges that you're facing in this lifetime, and then also what you should be proud of yourself for. And then we're also going to pull a few cards on advice on some self-care for you all, because if you're resonating with the starseed energy, the empath kind of energy, light worker energy, any of those types of energies, you probably need some more self-care. So I figured I'm just going to throw those in there as well during this reading. Okay, so that's all I've got for you guys. You can go ahead and choose your card piles in the pile selection timestamp in the description box. If you don't know how to choose a pile, you've never done a pick a card reading before, I'm going to give you an explanation right now. What I like to do is to get people to ground themselves before they do any choosing. It helps you become more attuned with your body, in sync with your intuition, really resonating with your higher self, coming from a heart-centered energy and not an ego energy. So that's why we ground ourselves. And the way that we're going to do that is either by taking 4 deep breaths, picturing white light above your head and breathing that in down through your nose, all the way down to your center, and then you gently let it release out through your mouth. We do it 4 times just to make sure that you're actually getting a good airflow going. If you're out of breath, you're going to be ungrounded even more. So just do it until you have like a nice harmony or rhythm in your breathing. Another way you can do it, if that way is not working for you, is to put your feet flat on the floor and visualize roots going down out of your feet all the way down to the center of Mother Earth. That usually works for me if I'm having any troubles. If that still isn't working for you, you can always ask Mother Earth to grab onto your ankles and help keep you grounded in her energy. Okay, so hopefully one of those 3 ways will work. After you've done that and you're feeling grounded, you're going to ask yourself the question, and you're going to say something along the lines of, what is my soul purpose and what are my soul lessons in this lifetime? And then you're going to look at each card, and if the crystal on it catches your eye, maybe one of the words, because there's a few different words, then go for that one. If none of them are seeming very attractive to you, like your eyes just feeling like, not really being drawn in by any, you can try looking at the timestamps associated with each pile in the description box. There could be one there that stands out to you, and if that still doesn't work, you might just have to go to a different pick a card reading, only because there is only 4 options. There just might not be a message in here for you. So don't feel like you're ever doing it wrong. It just means that maybe this just isn't the reading for you. Also, you might be drawn to more than one. There are many reasons why our souls can reincarnate on this earth, or lessons it can want to learn in this lifetime. So feel free to pick more than one pile. And that's pretty much it. That's all I have for you guys. So I'm going to let you get yourselves grounded and then choose your piles. And then I'll see you in the card readings. Hello, pile 1. You chose the Sunstone. So we are just going to get right into it. You have Crystal Skull Wisdom, Entering the Mystery, the Sunstone card, of course. You already know, Time to Create, The Void, Earth Pulsing, Baby Steps, and Spiritual Practitioner, pile 1. Looking at your cards here, I might have a message that may surprise some of you. One of the main reasons why you're here, your soul purpose, what it wanted to learn, from what I can see, is actually, in a lot of ways, it's very simple, but it's also so complex because us as humans have such a hard time truly understanding it. We overcomplicate a lot of things, and I think that's why it's so hard for us to truly understand on a deep level. But I do think you guys, this pile, has this within their awareness. What I'm talking about is that we are here to create the realities we want, to manifest in the life we want to live. And why? What is the great point behind this? Well, the first stage is just to have fun and experience it, to do the things that feel good because they simply feel good and we want to experience that. And that when something feels bad, we shift our perspectives and we start to create something good out of that situation. And I hope that makes sense. It's all about knowing that we co-create our realities and we choose the abundance and the experiences that we want to have. Like I said, simple in a lot of ways, but very complex in many ways. And how I see this, and what's very interesting to me, is that this is just, in my opinion, one of the first stages of what you wanted your soul to learn in this lifetime. I think once you sort of master this over, I don't want to say solve, but truly feel and know the power of manifestation and your ability to choose your abundance, to choose the future you want, to choose to be as prosperous as you like, then you're going to move on to another soul lesson that you wanted to learn. So one really great thing is that I'm very sure that you're going to figure this one out in this lifetime. And it might take years. I don't think it's going to be something that just clicks, bam, that's it. I have that one figured out. But from what I can see from this Crystal Skull Wisdom is that you have some past lives, I think, in Atlantis or Lemurian lifetimes where you already knew this. You already mastered this. And I think that's why your soul's going to learn this really quick. Like I said, though, that still could be in a soul's timeline, 5, 10 years is just a blink of an eye. But It could even be just maybe it only takes you a year. Maybe it does click for you guys right away, and that's so amazing. And I'm putting my own blocks on it, but it's really amazing to see, because I even seeing entering the mystery, the question that we all ask is, why are we here? What are we here for? And we always forget that we're here just to experience the human experience, to have fun, to co-create with the universe whatever it is we want to experience, and bring generosity to others, to share that wisdom with others. And that is definitely a part of it. I feel like for you, you are going to help other people figure this out once you have. And that's also why I keep thinking this pile is going to figure it out in this lifetime. It feels part of the soul purpose is helping others ascend and be able to do that. And I keep reading, you already know it's time to create. So I feel like maybe you've had some experiences where you just really felt the power of manifestation, the power of thinking a thought into existence. And maybe you had it chopped down a little bit to maybe it was a coincidence. But this card reading, this is really coming forward to say it wasn't a coincidence. Never mind what other people around you may say. You have figured it out. You've started to see how you can create and manifest in the life that you want. And essentially, sorry, I'm getting to that point where there's a bunch of messages and they're all coming forth at once, and I'm kind of like, okay, we gotta slow things down. Um, Another thing about this pile one, the people who have picked this pile, is you are here to bring in some very high vibrational frequencies. I think that's why you're very good natural manifestors, even though maybe you're not 100% sure about that or not. I mean, everyone is a manifester. As I said, one of the big life lessons for all humans is to realize that we co-create our realities, and our thoughts create our realities, and that we are the only ones who truly limit ourselves. And that the fears of others are just reflections of our fears back at us. So, part of this journey that you're going into, this entering the great mystery, how to have an abundant, happy life, how to show others how to have a very happy, abundant, higher purpose life is to show them through having done it yourself. And how I keep seeing it is that you already know what you need to do to create it. And it's time for you it's time for you to remove or step away from the things that you have previously let you keep you where you are now. And if you're really happy where you are now, that's great. But I feel like in this pile, the overall energy is that you want even more. You want to experience even more joy, more abundance, greater friendships, have more peacefulness in your life. And all of that seems very possible and attainable. I see like the baby steps, actions, follow your intuition before it makes sense, trusting your gut and really being open to good things coming your way. If you see someone offer an opportunity, if it's even just meeting someone, and usually you'd say no, say yes now. Really open yourself up, because you never know when you're open to the universe, bringing in the goodness and the abundance and the joy you want, you never know where it will take you. You never know where you might end up, and maybe it's not that person or that place that ends up being the thing that brings in the knowledge or the friendship or the abundance that you want, but maybe it's someone you meet there. Maybe it's a conversation that comes up that leads you down this rabbit hole of another way. It's just really calling for you to be as open as possible so that you can create with the universe the life you want to experience and teach others. I feel like that's very closely interlinked with this group is that it's really important and part of the soul purpose to teach others, to help them get there, because people always listen to other people who have achieved what they want to achieve. Once people haven't achieved and suggest doing these things, unfortunately, not everyone will listen. They always need the proof. But this pile doesn't. You already know on some deep inner soul level that this is possible and attainable for you. Yeah, it's actually really great to see. Really amazing to see. And what I see from this is part of the journey is going to really see that the universe is limitless, that there is no end. There's no end, there's no limit to what anyone can have. Everyone could be a millionaire if they wanted. Everyone could be happy and healed if they wanted. And I feel like this is important for this pile. Physical healing, physical health, having the best physical health you can have. And I do feel like this is going to be attained. I feel like for this pile, and this might only resonate for a few people, but I almost feel like part of this lifetime could be having attained an illness or a disease that other people believe is a life sentence, meaning you'll have it for your whole life. It could impact your life in some way, some negative way, and part of this group is really going to prove that wrong. I see it as you know what you need to do to heal. You know the power of your thoughts. You know you create your reality. And you know you want to bring in more higher knowledge and wisdom and abundance for others. And I feel like this could be the pile who self heals from these diseases, these illnesses, just from the power of the brain and the being able to create your reality. And like I said, you know what? I am just here. This is a general card reading, so I'm only passing along the message that I see here, but I do see that you guys are going to really be key key in, I want to say, like, huge inspirations for other people. You're going to show them what they believe was impossible to be possible for them and anyone. And that's a really, really big and powerful job to take on. And I just, again, didn't even see that. It says deep knowing. And I like this as part of the sacral chakra. For me, when I see orange, it means you're great manifestors, great at calling in what you want. So there's definitely no doubt that this is not going to be an easy reincarnation, an easy life. And I really want to acknowledge you for honestly for your bravery and the compassion you have for other people, because I feel, just tuning into this energy, that a lot of this was to give back to others. You chose to be the one who would suffer maybe even the most so that you could come back and literally bring hope. And I really want to say, like, be that sunlight for other people, be that star that they focus on that brings them hope. And you're going to do it not just for yourself, but for being of service to everyone else. And that's a really amazing gift to the world. What I'm feeling is really important, because I feel like there is an affirmation coming forward for this pile for someone who chose this. It's just that you have a lot of wisdom. You are a high vibrational being. You know what you have to do to heal. This is a confirmation you're on the right path, and it's time to create the reality you want. It's time to remove the things from your life that have been holding you back, that have been keeping you stuck. It was a very important message for somebody, or maybe even all of you, to hear. And then the other thing I want to mention, if I didn't stress that point, is that I'm really seeing in these cards that your soul family is here supporting you. I think they talk to you a lot in your dreams or through your crown chakra. I actually even think it's very interesting because usually it would be crown, but I think they talk to you a lot through your heart. I've never really seen that before for a soul family, but I do keep thinking that they are really connected to your heart center in a very positive way. I think they feed you a lot of love. Maybe that's why it's coming through the heart chakra so much. But they really really commend you. They really see how strong you've been and what a great and what a basically what a kind and great soul you are for choosing this more challenging lesson to help others. And I really do see it's to be a service to others. You wanted to essentially be a beacon of hope for them, a teacher for them, that this life is what we want to make of it. Yeah, definitely very intense. Definitely get starseed vibes from this pile. Um, you know what? It could be starseeds, but actually, for some of you, I can't help but wonder if maybe there's some sort of ascended master kind of soul vibe here, or angelic realm sort of soul vibe here. I can't quite place it, but it's I don't know if it's definitely something so a lot when I'm speaking. I definitely get the impression that this pile, your souls weren't originally a human soul. It was something else, but it could, like I said, be an ascended master. It could be an angel or a fairy. It could be anything like that. Getting a few different vibes here. It is general card, so there's definitely a few different things happening, but I definitely for sure don't get originally a human soul vibe from this pile. They've they also just you feel very high vibrational, like I've been saying, so it just doesn't feel earthy enough to be a human soul. And there's nothing wrong with human souls. Don't get me wrong. It's just the frequency from wherever you came from is quite high and the consciousness is quite high there. And I think it just makes perfect sense from my perspective about why you came here to show how you can create basically abundance through thoughts of love and positivity. It really resonates with wherever you're originally from. So, what you should be proud of and what your soul family wants you to be proud of is your courage, your courageousness. I think you're brave in all shapes and form in this lifetime. And I feel like often you're someone who volunteers to be the sacrifice. Like I feel like that in all ways. Like if there's someone who has to do a hard job first, you do it. If there's someone who is scared of something, you might step forward to help comfort them, even though you might be afraid. You are, in a lot of ways, a gentle leader, but I don't think you would see that in yourself. Like your compassion and your love and your tenderness for others comes through a lot. So a lot of people actually might think that you're soft, or I think that's like a word that people might use to describe you, but that is so wrong. In fact, you're quite brave and courageous because you're doing this even though there's fear, out of love and out of wanting to support other people and essentially make their lives easier and better. And I see that in quite different aspects of your life. So that is a huge one your soul family wants to commend you on, for always consistently being just at your core. Ooh, and also just in taking on the life lesson of entering the mystery in itself takes a lot of courage and bravery, because it means even when you're uncomfortable, even though you're often in places where you don't know the answer, you move forward anyways. And that's super brave. And I think you've done that for all of your life. And that's really, really, really cool to see. I also think you guys have worked a lot with some form of meditation or spiritual practice, and you've really done a lot of limiting belief work or inner child work. I can't quite place it. You might even have come from a background where spirituality was off the table. Once again, it comes back to like that courage that is really at the center of this of who you are is facing those fears you might have had around spirituality or the universe or the cosmos. There's something around that where it was scary or it wasn't allowed, and you figured it out and you worked through that anyways. And I feel like that was really, really hard for you to do, and you did it anyways. Yeah, okay, so I think I kind of talked about some of the challenges being around not always knowing what you're coming towards. You're often challenging things, but in the best ways. You're often the one facing the unknown. That would be quite the challenge for this lifetime and requiring a lot of bravery and a lot of rest, I think, so that you don't push yourself too hard. I also really want to re say the thing about baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense, and really just making sure that you're not too hard on yourself for not taking bigger steps, because whatever you're doing it at the perfect pace for you, and it's great. It's working great. Yeah. Spiritual practitioner. I'm just going to read this. Do you have a strong desire to help people on their spiritual path? Be a beacon for others by teaching spiritual truths. Your intuitive senses are strong, which help you to be good spiritual support. Your direction and insights are valuable and make a difference in the lives of many. You know what? That really sums up what I feel like your whole purpose is. Whole purpose overall. And an affirmation that you can say to help affirm that, what I just read, is I easily and effortlessly share divine wisdom and knowledge. I am contemplative, enjoy a meditation practice on a regular basis. Sharing my experiences with others helps them on their spiritual journey. Yeah, I really feel like that's going to be quite key for you. Sharing your experiences helps other on their spiritual journey, because whatever it is that you're going through or you are doing, your attitude and the way you do it, and I believe from what I can see, your recovery of it is going to be so profound for others. Other people who have really negative perspectives and attitudes, they're just going to be blown away by who you are as a person, and I think you're going to give them that mental shift that they didn't know other people could have in their position. They just didn't think it was possible. And I think that's part of a huge part of the healing work you're going to do for others, is that. I did grab these two crystal decks with the intention of perhaps one of these stones would be good for you to work with. So if you're open to either one, the Chrysocoli Cola. I'm so sorry. I really do love this crystal, but I just don't actually know how to say it properly. And then Sunstone is really great. This one is quite affordable. Usually, where I am in the world, Sunstone is very affordable, so it could be a great one. And in this guidebook, I do like reading from the guidebook for this one is Astral Realms Crystal Oracle, because I find that crystals mean such specific things in this deck, and I always love their messages. So, deep knowing, Sunstone, sacral chakra. Deep knowing is intuitively based knowledge on a profound level of trusting your gut, of trusting all your senses, and trusting what cannot always be tangibly seen. There is no need to keep searching for the answers externally, as they lie within you. You have the ability to unlock your own mysteries and access ancient divine knowledge, to invoke wisdom, surpass limitations, and receive powerful downloads to not only raise your own energetic vibration, but also those of the collective. You will need to hold focus and allow space within your sacral chakra to remain open to receiving these vibrations. This is the center of your essence, emotional, creative, sexual energies. By using sunstone, you can begin to break these barriers. The sunstone contains the energetic frequency of empowerment. I love that. Love empowerment stuff. I think it's the most healing thing we can bring to anyone. Sunstone promotes self healing and encourages you to sit within your intuitive, deep knowing self and stand strong within your confidence to trust what you feel yet cannot see. Oh, I would definitely recommend this one. That it's affordable. It seems so great for this pile. I should add, like, there are multiple cards here talking about receiving intuitive downloads. I think they're going to come a lot from your soul family and from your higher self. Like I said, this past life you've had, multiple past lives you've had, there was a lot of wisdom in them, and I think part of the goal in this life is to reconnect with that wisdom and share it with others. Yeah, okay. So that's all we're going to say about these cards here. I am just going to pull a few cards from the Empath's Empowerment deck. You might have seen it before in some of my reading videos, but I really love the messages on it. It's a great card deck. I even pull from this deck sometimes for my boyfriend, and they're just really easy messages to read if you've thought about getting a card deck for yourself with just some quick advice on it that you don't even need a guidebook for because they're all right on the cards. Okay, so we're just going to ask, what does pile one, advice for pile one on some self-care for them? How can they take care of themselves right now? Please give us some advice. Okay. I'm going to do this one. Restore yourself with alone time. Take a break from the busy world. Replenish yourself in the stillness. Meditate, stretch, nap, garden. Do whatever quiet activities your spirit yearns for. Oh, that's really great. I feel like this pile really, really would benefit from watching the sunset or sunrise and just picturing that energy clearing out all of your chakras, all of your energetic body. Yeah, that feels really good, especially if you're near water, if you can watch the sunrise over the ocean or the sunrise over, yeah, a lake, something like that. It feels really good. Honor your inner child. Focus on your inner child's needs. Is your inner child afraid or in need of more playtime? Cherish this precious being within you. And what I can't help but notice is there is like these church murals above. So it does make me wonder if this pile was part of maybe a religious upbringing where spirituality was not allowed, where believing that you could co-create with the universe what you wanted was not allowed. It would really make sense with the fact that this soul journey involves so much bravery, always being the pioneer, basically, being the first one to do it and to show others it's safe, which is just, like I said, so amazing and not an easy life to have decided to take on. Observe, don't absorb. If you are taking on the stress of others, try observing the situation from a distance. This will increase your energy. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. I like that. If you guys don't know about energy shielding, I would maybe recommend looking into that and doing some of that. That might help. Yeah, I think for this pile, I would say surrounding yourself in a bubble of purple light would be really beneficial if you're feeling this is true for you. Yeah. Okay. And then cord cutting with people. And sometimes that scares people because they think it means they're cutting the love from their relationships. You're not. You're just basically dusting off and cleaning off these connections with others so that it can be as loving as possible. So maybe look into that. I always attach those videos that I have at the bottom of the card readings because I think they're so important and underutilized and underdone not enough. So I would encourage you to watch them. I try to make them as fast as possible so that people would, but cord cutting and energy shielding feel pretty important for self-care for this pile. And You know what? Let's do it. I wasn't sure if I was going to pull from the Four Agreements deck. I also really like this deck, and it's been a while since I pulled it out. So, any last guidance for pile one, for their self-care, for their journey, their soul purpose? Okay. I think we wanted this one for some reason. So this says, honor yourself. And another dove. Also, once you're done watching this card reading, look up the spiritual meaning of dove, or look up dove totem animal. Actually, that one will be better. Look up dove totem animal. I can't quite off the top of my head remember everything, but I usually see them as bringing in a time of peace and friendship and support and love. Also knowing that your guides and your angels are with you. For you, I think it could be that your soul family. I think that is who's trying to come through in this reading. So it could be that your soul family wants you to know that they are always there supporting you. Honor the man or woman that you are. Take the risk to express your dream. Taking action is about living fully and expressing what you want. Okay, so there's a little guidance there. Should we do one more? Okay, let's do one more. Okay, this came up to the top 3 times, so we're gonna take it. Also, just as soon as I saw the flower card, I was just like, oh, I need this for you. Okay, so last part of this reading, it says, be impeccable with your word. Realize the power of your word. It goes great with manifesting theme. Your word is the power that you have to create. It is a gift that comes directly from God. Oof, that's a great card to end on. So I'm really just going to try to sum up everything about realizing that your thoughts create your reality. And I don't just mean it in, I guess I mean it in so many ways. I mean it in the fact that it is what establishes if you're going to have a positive mindset or a negative mindset. It is what establishes how the universe starts to create the things in your life. The universe just hears, do you want a positive thing? I will give it to you. Do you want a negative thing? I will give it to you. The universe wants to be of service to you, and it's really up to you to take control of how it can be of service to you. Like I said, in some ways a very simple concept, but us as humans really overcomplicate things. So I'm just going to leave that there. And I am going to say goodbye to you guys. I hope that brought you some clarity. I feel like you might already have had some inklings around this. There's a lot saying that you felt this to be true. You've seen it be true. But now you're really going to start harnessing the power and the truth behind this and showing others that they can do it too. Okay. I'm going to stop talking now. I start rambling on forever. Okay, you guys have a good day, a great week, and I'll see you soon. All right, hello, pile 2. We have here the Super 7 stone. Very beautiful. And we are just going to put these cards down now. We have Orion activation. Wealth manager. The desert, element of fire. We do obviously have the Super 7 stone. There, we'll do that. You are safe. Self-reflection. You are not alone. Earth School. And you are not for everyone. I have the impression that you have had many lifetimes in Egypt, Egyptian era, whatever it is, very so much Egyptian vibes. It's crazy. And it's not the only place you've had past lives, but for whichever reason you had a chunk of them from there. And there's a lot of wisdom that you've had, that your soul, your higher self has from that era. I feel like a lot of it is around learning how to transform yourself, transform literally like low vibrations to high vibrations, how to shed your skin, how to overcome situations. You can look at it on an energetic level and basically turning bad to good, low to high, whatever you want to call it. And you can also look at it on just like a life experience level, like coming from a rougher area growing up and transforming into a successful person, coming from poverty, turning rich, going from maybe no friends to having an abundance of friends, to having no good quality friends and having only amazing quality friends. Whatever you want to look at it, I feel like you're like the ultimate transformer of things. I hope that makes sense. And it might seem like a weird thing to call part of a life lesson or a soul mission, but there's a lot of people on earth who don't know how to do that. They think this is my truth and I'm stuck here. And a big part of your lesson is to come in. Anyone who meets you, anyone who knows you is going to know that you can change. You change things. I feel like with a snap. You can just say you're a smoker, tomorrow you're not a smoker. Maybe when you're like a drinker for years, you decide you don't want to be a drinker, you're not a drinker anymore. I just feel like there's just this incredible transformative energy that comes off from this pile. And it's really to show other people that we can change. You can transmute things. You have the power to shed your old skin and turn into something new. And I really do get that for this, the people here, that you have come, like I was saying, from a rougher background, a more impoverished background, or maybe there was a lot of abuse. I feel like there was a lot of fending for yourself kind of energy, and you are you either have already changed it or right now you're in the process of changing it. The Orion card, I actually don't, I wouldn't say for sure that you are from Orion, but right now you're really working with Orion energy because they are great transformation people, great, I want to say transmitters, but I mean great at shifting energies and ascending to higher consciousness, ascending anything to a higher state. And because your soul's mission is that, I wouldn't be surprised if you just are working with a team of guides or star seeds from Orion. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean that you can't originally be an Orion soul, but I don't think it's limited to just those people. I believe that it's just those are who you're working with because that's the energy you've come to help with on this earth. Yeah, and then if you've been feeling stuck lately, I really have to say that what they are wanting you to do, these Orion Starseed guides are wanting you to essentially ask them, how am I going to word this? It's like how I see it is that they want you to get like a deep energy clearing of your aura, your energy body. It feels very specific your aura though, because I don't feel like it's in your physical body anymore. It's kind of still trapped in the aura of you, of just leaving behind your fears and any setbacks, the stories you might still carry. What I mean by that is like there is a lot of hardships this pile has gone through, and they're really wanting you to go see someone or do it yourself or ask them to do it to clear out whatever that is still hanging around in your aura attached to it, those fears and setbacks. And I think you really have to say the stories that I've told myself. That is very specific, but it's so important for someone to clear that out of your aura. And I just see just bang, you're doing the thing you do all the time, snap your fingers, and you're going to be ascending to a higher level. It seems crazy to say that, but I feel like there's just like that, you're just needing that little extra clearing to get there. Trying to see. Another message that I really want to mention is that you have an infinite potential. You have infinite potential. There we go. That's what it is. You have infinite potential for growth, for prosperity, for ascension, for knowledge. And that is part of what you're coming in to share with people. And like I said, your soul is learning this and showing other people by having gone through it itself. So that is the challenge of this lifetime and of this soul mission. But I feel like on some level, you knew that the way your soul could best help people was if you had experienced it yourself, so that people would see you as this role model. And yes, some people don't like you. I feel like some of you are saying that some people don't like you because they can't handle what you represent. They're only seeing their fears reflected back at them. They're not seeing you for you and rejecting you. It's what you're able to do that they don't feel able to do. And unfortunately, that's just going to have to be okay. They aren't the right people for you. And believe it or not, those are the people you are helping the most, because the only reason why they're not liking you, like I said, is that you're messing with what they thought was the ultimate truth, what they thought people couldn't have or accomplish or change. So, yeah, basically, like this card says, embrace your weirdness, face your true north. So, don't let people who are just putting their fears on you influence you or affect you. You know what's going on. You have done it so many times already. You are just like a transformation guru, is basically what I want to say. Very high energy. I would be surprised if people in this pile, if some of you were indigo children, that would put you middle age range or like 30 to 50 years old. It could be a little bit older, definitely could be a little bit older, but I'm getting the impression that's more 30 to 50s. And it could just be very similar to indigo energy, where you've come here to blast through blocks for other people, but it creates a lot of friction in those relationships with others because, like I said, you're doing things they just had accepted as their fate, as their ultimate truth. This is just how life is. It's not my fault that I'm not trying to get better, do better, or change. It's just how life is. And then people like yourself come in and you just disprove all that. And it really, yeah, you can see why they're feeling a little irked, a little unhappy about that. But that's part of your soul purpose and it's beautiful. And you're doing the hard work. You're doing the things that not all souls chose to do. So that's really quite amazing. And that in itself is something to be proud of. Another thing I really want to mention is I keep looking at this "You're Not Alone" card. Physical connection, community. I feel like despite the fact there could be a lot of people who might butt heads with you sometimes or have frictions with you sometimes, I just keep seeing that you guys are like insanely telepathic. Insanely telepathic. I don't know if you have that in your awareness or you just don't fully realize that maybe you're half reading people's thoughts or something like that. But I feel like you are always connected to the ones you love and support you. And I do believe there's a bit of distance between you, quite physical distance. And that's maybe why you can feel isolated. But this card is coming up saying there's no need to feel like that because you're literally so telepathically connected to these people. It could be family members, it could be friends, whoever they are, though. It's a very, very strong connection. So you ever find yourself being like, oh, I wonder what they're doing. Oh, they're probably doing this or they're thinking about this. That is, I'm pretty sure, coming from a telepathic place. That's really cool to see. Okay, so we kind of have the guides, starseed guides that are working with you. This desert thing, this also symbolized the transformation that you are working on to bring into this world. I should also mention that it's something that isn't for the faint of heart. Like, it is really brave, courageous, what's the word, light-hearted, wanting to bring betterment to the world souls that do this. So if you're just not really seeing how powerful that is, it's very powerful, and it takes a brave, brave reincarnation to do it. So don't beat yourself up about it. And I don't know where I'm getting this from, but it keeps popping in my head. Some of you might really resonate with the power of a totem animal that is a camel or is a wolf. Those are two very different energies, but I keep seeing both popping up. So some of you will be one, some will be another. But if you're looking for more things to look into for spiritual knowledge, try looking up totem animal or power animal, camel or wolf, whichever one you're like, something about that's popping up for me, or I've seen a camel lately, or I've seen a wolf lately. Hopefully that just makes sense to someone, because couldn't stop seeing that. Okay. Let's see here. Life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. This is one of the cards that really cements to me that you are just here to ascend higher. Wherever you are now, you're going to ascend higher in a year, in 5 years. I just think this is the ultimate growth. I also feel like some of this is coming from, also with the Super 7. Yeah. Oh, you guys are just very spiritual beings, 100% spiritual. And I think that might even be what weirds people out a little bit, is that your soul is just so obviously not a human original soul. And I don't want to say it's, um, yeah, I don't know. It's almost like it's really cool that your soul hasn't like been too rubbed off on by humans. Like, I don't know, maybe your soul reincarnates on Earth maybe every other life or something, or I don't know, there's something there. But you guys are really still quite naturally your original soul kind of humor, kind of style, way of communication. And I think that's what weirds other people out here, is because you seem to know a lot of actual human souls. So that's kind of funny and neat, because a lot of starseeds I find attract other starseeds, but I think you just happen to know a lot of human souls, and because you still have such an original starseed energy soul, it just seems weird to them. That's how I'm gonna put it. Yeah, you just do things that are so normal from where you're from and so culturally accepted, and then you get to like human people, and they're just like, "What is this guy doing? Why is he doing that? Why is he saying things like that? Why does he move that way?" And it's just because you're just very much a starseed. And it's kind of cool, and it's also kind of funny, kind of to see that being the card reader, being like, yeah, it makes sense to me. Like, they're the ones being weird. Why are they being so not globally accepting or accepting of other cosmic beings? There we go. But humans, I feel like they get weirded out by things easy, so it's just their thing. Okay. Um, Super 7. I'm actually going to look in the book for this one. I feel like you guys should have a piece of Super 7. It's not the most expensive stone, but it's not super cheap. Like I said, only take what resonates and what you can afford, but I feel like your energy really feels well matched with the Super 7 stone. I think you would feel very grounded, and it would be a very comforting stone for this pile to have, because like I said, it's something about the frequency of them both are well matched. Your frequency and its frequency feels good. Very vibrational, it's probably why. And you're very vibrational being. All right. We're gonna just read this. So, Wealth Manager, Red Tiger's Eye. Are you good at managing your money and planning your financial future? Take the time to look at how much cash you have at your disposal. Determine and implement a long-term financial plan. Tap into your inner entrepreneur as you responsibly control your financial accounts. Honestly, when I saw this, I was like, oh, this really cements to me that you guys came from less money, maybe lower class. I honestly get the impression it could be just straight up poverty, or like the very low income bracket, and I don't think you're there anymore. I don't feel like you have scarcity mindsets, but that might not be for everyone. The overall stronger general energy is that you aren't scared of your finances. I think you know how to save very well, you know how to implement plans very well to get yourself where you need to be. I do picture though that this pile might go on those random little, like, you might just spend a lot of money and then you'll like save it for a bit, but then you get like really excited and then spend a lot again. But yeah, I just kind of see it as like this wave where you're like, I've saved for a while and now I'm just going to bring more balance by buying this thing that I'm really excited about. I don't know. I don't necessarily feel like it's unhealthy, but you be the judge of that. Yeah, okay. So, affirmation. I am good at managing the unlimited income I earn. I am good at financial planning and grateful for the know how to manage great wealth. I am successful and prosperous. Oof, that's good. That's really good. Actually, as soon as I read that, I was like, actually, some of you, I feel like, are do have like enough money right now. You do have abundance, but there is a bit of fear that because you haven't had it, that you might not know how to invest it properly or make good money decisions in the sense that how you can grow your wealth. And I think that could be why this affirmation could be great, super great. Because honestly, don't worry about this pile too much because I know whatever you do, you're going to just shift out of old ways and make a great new thing out of it. So you have all the right tools within you to be successful at whatever you want to do. Okay, and then we're just going to read from the actual guidebook for this Super 7 stone. We are almost there. There we go. Direction. So, Super 7 is transformation, lessons, and divine right. Where is your true north? Whoa. That actually might be very important for you guys because I don't know if you noticed this, but this card down here says face your true north. And then Super 7 here just said, where is your true north? So hopefully that means something to you. We are all in search of what sets our souls on fire. And a way to find your spiritual direction is to go through the shamanic medicine wheel. To the east is where you feel success and experience victories. To the north is where you will learn survival and where you will experience hardships and sadness. To the west you will experience transformation and the end of the cycle. To the south you will receive abundance and learn lessons about your courage and strength. You will experience birth, life, death, and a rebirth as it is your divine right and a sacred path. What will you learn along the way? Set your sights on Alrisha, the brightest star in the constellation of Pisces. Alrisha means knot in Arabic and indicates the link that connects the two fish of the Pisces constellation together. This knot is also a representation of connecting your human experience and your divine self. Harnessing the energy of a Super 7 crystal will aid you in each direction you head on your spiritual journey. Super 7 is a combination of 7 crystals: amethyst, clear quartz, smoky quartz, rich rutilized quartz, geothite, I'm so sorry, cacohexnite, cacohexnite, whatever, and lepidor, lep, lepidocrosite that contains the metaphysical properties of each crystal, making it a healing and energetic powerhouse. A Super 7 crystal will raise the vibrational frequency for humanity and heal Mother Earth. Super 7 helps you tap into your intuitive and psychic abilities so you're able to connect with other light beings in order to raise the collective vibration. Ooh, so that could be really good because it's already saying it might help you connect with these Orion guides of yours if you're having any trouble hearing them. That would be really good. I also like that it said that it was going to bring in more vibration and healing for the universe because that is also a big theme here in your purpose. And sorry, it's a long one. We're almost done. Super 7 purifies and balances your chakras and your auric field so you're able to energetically align with your higher self. Placing Super 7 near any other crystals will also increase their vibrations. Okay, well, that's also probably why I was feeling like this was such a great stone. It says it clears your aura and your auric field. And maybe this is all you need to do to get those fears, setbacks, and the stories you've told yourself out of that auric field of yours, because I feel like you're pretty close. You've worked on a lot of things, but it's just bringing your vibration down a little more than you want to be. So yeah, if you feel called to it, if you can afford it, Super 7 Stone could be great for you. And it's funny, I do see having a point on you could be great if that is, like I said, an option for you. I think it's because you could use it to clear your aura better if it has a point. You would just maybe hold it up towards yourself and ask it to clear you. Points are great for that. Okay, we are gonna clean these cards up, and all we're gonna do now is pull some cards asking advice on some self-care for you, because everyone needs some self-care. It's our most underutilized, underdone thing as humans. So 1, 2, 3. Pile 2. What is some self-care advice for pile 2? Help them on their soul journey here, their life purpose journey. Okay, release shame. If you've been shamed for being sensitive or anything else, tell yourself, I'm ready to release this shame. I am lovable and a caring person. Ooh, that feels very powerful, because I did feel that some people, because they, like I said, you are so good at overcoming things and they are not naturally that as good as you at it, that it can, they've put their fears on you, their limiting beliefs on you. And I think that would have happened a lot as a child. And unfortunately, that's when we have a lot of our limiting beliefs come through for us. Practice patience. Press the pause button. Take a day off from being frustrated with yourself or others. Patience grows great rewards. Can't really see the picture. Oh, it's an elephant and a Buddha. I haven't seen that one come through yet. Great card. And we're just going to ask for one more, because I've been feeling the 3 vibes today. Any other advice for some self-care for pile 2? You can handle this. There is a wise saying, you are never given more than you can handle. Tune into your heart to reconnect with your strength. Oh, that's really good. I feel like it's really good encouragement for you guys, because you really are the people who overcome all. And I think sometimes people think that people who do that don't ever doubt themselves or don't ever feel like they can't. And here's a card coming through to say, never mind those fears, because you've done it every time. You're great at it. You're so courageous. You're so brave. And you've really come to do the hard job for many other people. You've got this. You're on top of the world. Literally in that card. Okay, and I'm just going to do maybe one card from the 4 Agreement deck, because I haven't used it in a while. So it's usually why I decide to bring some card decks out. And we're just going to also ask for some advice on self-care, some feedback for your soul purpose. Just kind of want one though. Whoop, okay. Okay. We'll take this one. Speak with integrity. Shoom. It says, say only what you mean. Avoid using the words to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. Ooh, so that's really good for manifesting in what you want, for having a higher vibration yourself, and for also making people feel great after interacting with you, making them feel lighter and happier, which is, I think, what we all really want to be able to bring to this world. More happiness. Discern the truth. The problem with making assumptions is that we believe they are the truth. We make an assumption, we misunderstand, we take it personally, then we react by sending emotional poison with our word. This creates a whole big drama for nothing. Whew. That's also very wise. I think that's probably why I love these cards. Okay, so there's definitely 2 cards here around being careful with the things you're saying and putting out there and creating. And it sounds like they're really just saying this because they think it will bring more harmony, peace, and maybe more gentleness towards you in your life, which, I mean, that sounds great. Having more love, gentleness, and peace. All right, I think that's where I'm going to leave this here. I hope that was kind of insightful or affirming for you. And most of all, I wish you the best of luck with your journey. And you've done so good so far. You've overcome so much. You've changed so many things people probably told you never could change, and you did it anyways. And you're going to keep doing it because it's what you're here to do. And you're great at it. So you be gentle on yourself, be kind to yourself, and you have a good week. I'll see you around. Hello, pile 3. You chose the lace agate. Okay, so we have Star Being Healing Codes. We have the lace agate. And then we have Hathor Magic, Medicine Woman. Then we have this Electrician, Copper, Building, Divine Timing, Release, Relax. Then at the bottom here we have Your Life is a Canvas, All Paths Lead Home, Weight of the World. Okay, pile 3. I'm not sure if this is going to be a message you're really going to want to hear, but it's coming through and I will deliver it to you as your guides have asked me to. So what I get off of this card reading right away is that right now, what your soul purpose is, what lessons you're here to share with other people, all those things are important, but what your soul family, what the star seeds want for you, definitely get star seed energy. Your soul is not from this earth, and your soul family, your star seed guides are all sending you healing energy right now. How I see it is they're sending you the energy that your body can't get here on earth that it needs for healing. And if you've been feeling like you're really exhausted lately, I mean, I feel like it's just, you already know this. You haven't been yourself. You kind of burnt yourself out, is how I would see it. I think you guys took on a lot at some point, and you're still in this process of trying to recharge. And I feel like this could be something that some people who are watching this pile have been in for a year or two already, or some of you have just started this cycle. But either way, whatever situation you're in, you are in this place because your body is needing the time to reheal. You need to be in a safe place for you to cleanse and recharge your energy. And I know that's really hard for this pile to hear because you feel so called to heal and help other people. That is part of your journey. That is part of your purpose. You will become that yet. Even like magic, medicine woman, but then I see integration and then I see all these other cards and I see that you will get there, but before you can help anyone, you have to help yourself. You're currently in a place where you need to refill your own energy and your light up first so that you can be of service to people later, after you're in balance, after your health is good, after your energy is stabilized, and it's not just putting a little more energy into this cup and then emptying it again and then having to go into this burnout state where you're too tired, you're not capable of helping other people. star beings, your soul family, are sending you lots of healing energy right now. And they're really trying to work with you, work with your energy levels in your body to give you back the type of energy that, like I said, you just aren't getting here on Earth. I really see it as they're like sending you some kind of star seed energy, stuff that your soul needs to heal, to re-energize. So it is quite serious in some ways, just meaning that your soul family is really trying to tell you, like, stop over giving because you are literally draining yourself dry. You can't help people if you're out of balance and you keep crashing. So you have to get yourself in a place where you are balanced, energized, healed, and then from there you can continue on your soul purpose, your lessons you want to help people with. You will get there. Don't feel like if you take a break, you're going to be behind. This is a time for you to relax, release the gunk and stuff that you've collected from other people in your time of trying to heal them. I feel like this is a great time. Like they have the suggestion that manifest in what you want. If you're like, well, what can I do right now? I want to be helping people. Just work on manifesting in the the abundance you want, the helpfulness you want to be able to give to other people, the the goodness that you just want to experience in this life. Stay focused on that and not on what you're not doing or things like that. And to really trust that this is all going to come in the right time when you're ready and healed and in balanced. Yeah. Recharging. Adaptability. Yeah. Okay. All paths lead home, inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Yeah. So really take this time to be paying attention to yourself and what you need, what your inner child needs, what your body needs. Let go of having to carry the burdens of the world to fix other people's problems. I know that's easier said than done. And I'm sorry if it seems a little bit harsh, but the guides here are being a little bit firm. They're like they feel like they've shown you signs and warnings a few times, and they're really wanting me to come in and make sure that you understand that you are the most important thing. You need to see that. You need to understand that and know that it's time to honor yourself and focus on yourself. And it is saying boundaries. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. Make sure you're setting boundaries with other people. That will be the fastest way to help recharge your energy and get you back on your feet, get you back in the healing path that you want to be on. I am not at all saying that this is your fault. This is just, unfortunately, the limits of the human body, and you've learnt them. And now it's part of the lesson is learning how to set boundaries so that you can still give what you want, but making sure that you're still receiving it back. So you're not just giving, you're not just having that empty cup, you're setting boundaries, you're receiving it back, you're accepting it back. Yeah, I definitely think that's part of the lesson that you're in right now. You will get out of it. You will help people. No need to worry there, but it's just really, you're really in the healing journey, the lesson learning that isn't always fun to be in, but is important to learn. I want to read this lace agate card. I had the intentions for these cards that if you like working with crystals or wanted a crystal to work with more, that it would come from the astral realms crystal deck cards. And I am just going to actually read out of the guidebook because I feel like they say things in a great way. Okay, so it says balance. Pretty common theme here, I guess. Flexibility and flow. How do you approach unfamiliar or uncomfortable situations? Energy is always shifting and altering, and the way you individually respond to these shifts in energetic flow has a huge impact on the direction of your life. If there is resistance, harmful fear-based energy blockages may manifest that can make life much harder for you to navigate. The ability to adapt and be fluid when energy is flowing around and through you is a valuable skill, and you are being reminded to go with the flow. Remember, what you resist persists. Use the element of air for lessons in fluidity and adaptability, as it remains permeable by using logic, intellect, and reasons to comprehend such energetic changes. When you're able to experience the balance that the air element bestows, your mind is more flexible, free to comprehend the changes it needs to adapt to. Agate contains many similar traits to the air element, as it is healing stone typically known for providing balance, stability, and strength. Agate has a soft healing strength that helps connect you to the energy of the earth, since it radiates a soft and calming energy, in its turn provides you with a sense of stability when experiencing change. Agate improves and encourages concentration so you can put your own head down, complete important tasks and goals. That was it. So if you're open to it, if you have a piece of it, maybe consider working with it. It might help with the balance card. I think that is the lesson you're in right now. Yeah, okay, let's just see. It is interesting. This pile of reading is very different from the other two. I'm not getting so much on any past lives locations, except for very starseed energy. And I should just say, like, it is quite the lesson for most starseeds to learn to not overgive or overshare their energy. So don't feel like you're the only one and you might be doing things wrong. It's not that at all. It is one of the lessons that all starseeds seem to come here and learn. And it's really hard for us because I think we're just so not used to the limitations of the human body and the energy the human body seems to have. Yeah, but I really do see that right now what they're wanting for you is to really learn to appreciate your value, to see the value they see you have, receive back the love and the nurturing that you give so effortlessly to others, because they really want you to learn on how to accept and receive that back. And I could be wrong, but the energy I'm getting pretty strongly is that you don't always receive that back from other people. Maybe it just hasn't been offered to you, or maybe you feel a little bit bad to sorry, that's a little distracting, to accept it. But they would love for you to do that, and just feel it being so healing. I also feel like if you're into Epsom salt baths with essential oils or a bubble bath, that would be really great for you too. That really showing nurturing and self-care and taking time to do things just for you would be really great for people who have chosen this pile. I also just want to read this card. So this I mainly chose for the affirmation on the back, but I will read the front anyways. So it says, do you hold a specialized and very necessary role in the larger operation? You are an important you are an important cog in the wheel. Your position in life makes an important contribution to the whole. Be a conduit and maintain a focus on what you are good at. So the affirmation is, I am a conduit for goodness, prosperity, and love. I am focused, grounded, and complete the task at hand. I am open to receiving inspiration and great wealth. Yeah. Sorry, still a little sick. Yeah, so that is great because right here it's suggesting maybe that it is important. They want you to start receiving more. So great affirmation to have for that. Being grounded and fully energized. Love that for you. And to remind you that you are doing so much good just as you are. Just being alive, you're doing good and bringing more good into the world. So don't put too much pressure on yourself there. What you have to be proud of is how much good you've already put out there. I don't know if you always acknowledge that within yourselves, but you have really brought a lot of love and a lot of healing to a lot of people. And now it's just time to bring that energy back to you. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move these cards out and just get right into pulling some cards on advice on some self-care for you for this pile. From, of course, the other star seeds from your soul family is a little more specifically who I'm kind of asking. Okay, what does pile 3 need to know? Okay, they want this one. Make peace with uncertainty. It may take a while to find clarity about a situation. Be patient. Know that invisible healing forces are at work during this phase. There you go. I do feel like this pile can have some anxiety. I wonder if it's addressing that a little bit, that might help with that. Look at the stars. Look up and remember that you are but a tiny speck in a large, mysterious universe. Let the magic of the stars connect you to your own special magic. I also feel like this can help you feel a little bit more connected to your home, in the sense that you might feel comforted by the stars when you look up. They can just make you feel happy and at peace. So do that more if you like doing it, if it feels good. It's a great self-care thing to do. And last one, stop trying to fix people. It is not your job to fix anyone. Allow people the dignity of their own paths. Yeah, so I think they're also saying this because they really wants to see your energy back full and balanced and good. And they're also kind of pointing out that it's really valuable for people to learn the lessons they came here to learn, and their soul really wants to learn them. And yes, we can help and provide assistance, but if we try to solve those lessons for them or fix all those problems for them, then they don't get that that learning that they wanted, their soul wanted to receive when they chose their life. So something to think about. Okay, we are also just going to pull one more from the Four Agreements deck. Maybe we'll do two actually. Just on some further advice for some self-care for pile 3 because they are so loving. We want them to also get some 11. Okay, we want this one apparently. Ignore the opinion of others. Whatever people do, feel, think, or say, don't take it personally. Others are going to have their own opinion according to their belief system. So whatever they think about you is not about you, but it is about them. Well, that's a really good point. I've come up in every pile now that other people often will put their beliefs, their limiting beliefs and fears on us. And unfortunately, sometimes we can take those on ourselves, but it's just their fear in not being able to accept that comes out. Okay, next one. Be aware of unconscious assumptions. So that's night sky again. And someone's sleeping outside looking out at the night sky. Could be a good thing for you guys if it's possible for you. Assumptions are made so fast and unconsciously most of the time because we have agreements to communicate this way. We have agreed that it is not safe to ask questions. We have agreed that if people love us, they should know what we want or how we feel. Ooh, so this is really just calling to ask more questions from a place of curiosity. And as this card was saying, that people's fears come through harder than come through a lot in conversations, to make sure that we are just asking questions and not assuming that that is what they mean, because also, like, they do this to us, we do it to them, where our fears come out in our communication as well. So I guess some advice on some clarifying questions when you're talking to other people. Okay, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Sorry, guys, I probably wasn't the sole purpose reading you were wanting. You probably wanted to know a little bit more, but the main messages I was getting here was that your guides didn't want you focusing on that right now. They really want you to focus just on getting yourself back to your best health, taking care of yourself, and loving yourself as much as they love you. Okay, all right. I hope you have a good week. I hope you get feeling better, your energy gets up, your soul family is sending you lots of healing energy, and I'll see you in a week. Hello, Pile 4. You chose this Desert Jasper card. So we are just going to put them down here. We have Shambhala initiations. We have transformation. We have shielding. You are not alone. The Seas of Mintaka. Deep cellular healing. The Cosmic Heart. And then we actually got an extra one. Kombucha Jasper and Malachite. All right, Pile 4. Really powerful energy in this one here. Soul purpose, soul lesson that this life has. I feel like your soul, even in this human body, has high consciousness, extremely high consciousness, almost to the point where I wasn't sure if one could see this in a human body. Your soul for sure has been a spiritual teacher in many past lives. Very powerful spiritual teachers, ones who truly understood what it meant to be here on earth, the truth and why we are here, and the peacefulness that we all have a right to feel, the contentment that we're all allowed to feel. I don't know if that's putting it in the right words. It's truly having such a love and light perspective that's so strong. It's really part of just who you are. And I think now it follows you into your future lives, your future lifetimes. What I see is you are working with a team of ascended masters. I don't even see one, I don't even see two, I just truly see a team of them. And your purpose here is to bring in channeled guidance and lessons to help with the consciousness of this whole world. Not in person to person, literally to bring the consciousness and the energy and the frequency of this earth and this planet and everyone on it to a higher level. This is very big work stuff. This is very powerful energy, but I feel that it just is completely of love and light. Definitely, if you are not into channeling, you should really get into that in some form. It's the messages you have to bring and share with this world are so important and very key for your soul purpose. I have the impression that your power animal, or maybe it's just a totem animal you're working with, is a snake or a frog. Maybe you would want to consider looking that up. Sorry, my cat's making a lot of noise in the background. Fun though. All right. Hopefully, might want to consider looking that up for the power animals. There could be a deeper, more affirming and validating message there. What you have to be proud of yourself for in this lifetime is that you are doing some really important work. Those words, Do not carry the weight of how much work you're bringing, how much you're doing. Reminders for you is to make sure you are energy shielding. That is very important for you. I feel like you should be shielding in white light or in that universal kind of light, if you can picture that. You need to remember to follow your heart and trust that you're coming from a heart-centered place, that this is not coming from your imagination. You're not making things up. You are so connected. You are so gifted, and what you're doing is not an easy job. It's not a small job. It is a huge job, but it is what Mother Earth has called so many other souls, why most of us starseeds are even here, was to bring in higher energy to Mother Earth because she needs us to lift, to bring a higher vibration to this world. Amazing that your soul heard that call and came here to help with that. That is so amazing. It's so great. And I really just want to read this card. It says, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. I really feel like that is what I'm seeing here. Devotion, make your life a moving prayer. Physical and emotional healing. I see that's what not only are you going to experience in this lifetime and through doing this channeling work and bringing this higher knowledge down to us earthlings to really create deep healing on a cellular level for all people here. It's quite an amazing job. You're here to transform and heal, have compassion for others, and help bring them out of the dark. Pretty big job. But honestly, feeling your energy, feeling the team of ascended masters behind you, you're well supported in this task, in this journey, and they are going to help you succeed in it, knowing that you are not alone, that you have this team with you, and you are very well protected. They are keeping a close eye on you, and they are really rooting for you. So just remember to energy shield though if you're not already doing that. And then I am just going to read these. So it says, I should almost just take a video of what my cat's doing right now. And then you'll understand why it's hard to be angry when he's being so cute. Oh, okay. You are a natural at sharing relatable stories that make others laugh. Observe the pattern of your life. Realize that you aren't the only one having these experiences. Find the lividity in observing and participating in events and laugh. So, an affirmation you can say to yourself is, I have a great sense of humor and uplift others through lividity. I'm quite the character and enjoy being the center of attention. I love to tell jokes and make people laugh, not fearing the spotlight. And you are going to be definitely like a public speaker kind of vibe. Definitely see you writing books, putting meditations out. I wouldn't be surprised if you're a YouTuber, podcast, anything like that. But these messages that you're channeling or dreaming of or meditating and then receiving, I think there's going to be a few different ways, are important to get out there. And part, I think, your lesson is going to be being okay with being exposed in that sense and being so honest about what you see that some people might reject it, but knowing in your heart that you are here to create that change, to bring people to that higher state of consciousness, and that you're doing it to be of service, and that is what is important. So another affirmation you can say, experiences from the past empower me. I'm connected with powerful ancient wisdom. That is so true. I understand the origin of repetitive patterns and develop new paths to the divine. Oh my gosh, I really feel like you guys should take a screenshot of this and say it daily or whenever you're doubting yourself, because everything here in this affirmation is what I'm getting told or being channeling in and feeling, and this just really is saying it all in the most beautiful way. So, experiences from the past empower me. I'm connected with powerful ancient wisdom. I understand the origin of repetitive patterns and develop new paths to the divine. Wow. Kambacha jasper might be a good stone for you. Are you interested in human history, artifacts, archaeological sites? Improve your empathy for the present human condition through an understanding of the wisdom of those who once walked on a similar path. Look at a belief system and past situations to uncover awareness of karmic lessons. Do some investigating. Ooh, so good. Oh, I really like that. And then you know what? I had originally pulled the Desert Jasper card with the intention of it being a great card for this pile as well. A crystal, if you're open to crystals or you like working with crystals, to consider bringing in. So Desert Jasper is confidence, assurance, and settled. Your strength and discernment have led you this far, and the action you take next will determine how your life unfolds. There are no right or wrong decisions. There's just an underlining confidence that you have what it takes to get you through any situation along your journey. No one else has been where you have been, and no one else is able to give you the answers. So you must have faith and believe in yourself that your resolve is the most beneficial. The asteroid Vesta holds pure fiery goddess energy. That is a representation of igniting your inner flame, fueling your aspirations to achieve and accomplish. Vesta is your potential at its finest. It is your life force, your essence, and will make you understand that all the decisions you have made up to this point have brought you to this very moment. Remain steadfast for the remainder of this journey until you embark on the next one. Take Desert Jasper with you to the finish line, as it carries the energetic frequencies of the fire element and encourages a confident, calm, and decisive nature that urges you to take action. Desert Jasper contains an extremely grounding frequency that will center your mind, allowing you to connect your head and heart while making decisions you can feel secure and enthusiastic about. I am confident and secure with the decisions I have made so far and will make in the future, is the affirmation. Wow, beautiful stone. What a beautiful soul you are. I can't begin to explain how incredible this soul purpose is, and just truly how many lifetimes, how many lessons you've learned in your other lives, in this lives, to be able to even bring this life lesson in for other people, to have this life lesson, to have this soul purpose is the word I'm looking for. To have this soul purpose means you have really done a lot. Amazing. Don't worry, we're not quite finished yet. I have some guidance from, I'm going to say, the Ascended Masters for you for self-care. What is some self-care tips for pile 4 to help them on this journey? Okay. Practice self-soothing. You have the power to comfort yourself when you are upset. Place your hand gently over your heart. Send yourself unconditional love to ease tension and frustrations. Oh, that's really beautiful. I like that. I also would love this one for you. Release other people's emotions. Ask yourself, is this emotion mine? Exhale uncomfortable feelings that are not yours so they don't linger in your body. Inhale in light and space. This is really good. This is also why it's been suggested that you make sure you're shielding with white light or universal white light, which just looks like all the colors together with white in it. That's really important because of the level of work you're doing. You are really open. You're really picking up on all the energies. And because you are so high vibrational, it would be challenging to be around the low vibrations of Earth. And shielding with white light or universal light is going to be really good. I think you're going to feel less tired. You're going to feel a little less low in general, like less. I don't know if it's anxiety. I don't want to say quite depression. It's like similar to that, but not quite. It's literally like the gunk energy that you're not used to because you don't have that within you naturally, not in this lifetime. Doesn't mean you don't have lower emotions, but it's just you honestly experience life on a level that other people aren't at yet. They're going to need much, much more lifetimes to be where you're at. Breathe. Breathe is breath. Oh, sorry. There wasn't an E on that one. Breath is sacred. To replenish yourself, slowly inhale wellness and clarity to count of 6. Then exhale stress to the count of 6. That's really good. I do feel like you do understand that your job is a big one, and that must feel like a lot sometimes. Don't worry though, all of humanity isn't just gonna fail. it's it's not it's not that. You're doing good. Okay, we're gonna just pull a couple more cards from this deck on. This is really standing out to me. Keep your attention on today and stay in the present moment. And this is the beginning of a new understanding, a new dream. Something with those flowers is really important. I don't know what they mean. I don't know what they're called, but I know they're everywhere here. There's, yeah, maybe consider looking them up if you even know what they're called, because I'm sorry, I don't. Stay in the present moment. That's really great. That's what breath will for sure help with, but I'm sure you already know that. Okay, we're going to pull one more. Take your life and enjoy it. Oh, you know what? I wonder if that's why my one cat was just going crazy throughout this whole video. Yeah, he's definitely the most I'm just here to live and have fun cat that I have, which is actually great to watch him, but not great during card readings because creates quite the ruckus. But that could be a message for you every time you're in my cat. Just enjoy life. Don't take it too seriously. You're still here to live your human experience. You are alive, so take your life and enjoy it. You were born with the right to be happy, to love, and to share your love. Just to be, to take a risk and enjoy your life. It is all that matters. Yeah, that's also really important to say because yes, we all come here with soul purposes and soul lessons, but the main whole theme around the human life is just to have fun, experience abundance and prosperity and love, and just enjoy having a physical body. Yeah, that's simple. I know, it almost seems too simple, but that is the main point. And then we do have all these other things we want to work on, but the reason of being a human is that. So I'll just leave you with that note. Need to breathe myself a little bit. Held my breath there for some reason. Okay, I hope that helped. I hope that brought you some validation, some reassurances. I feel like there were some reminders in there for you. But overall, I hope you enjoyed this card reading, and I wish you the best of luck. You're doing great work for all of us. So thank you for that. I will see you guys around. Maybe in a week if you're gonna catch my next card reading.